Hey everybody, today's video is going to be my February empties. I did get through quite a bit last month, for me anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys what I got through. We'll start with the soaps here. So these are all Bath & Body Works soaps. This first one is Vanilla Snowflake. As you can see, it's Iced Vanilla Orchid, kissed with Snowy Coconut. This one smells really good. I feel like this is like the candle a little bit. I think the notes might be a little different. I'm not sure, but it smelled really good. Would definitely repurchase that. Next up, I have Winter, which we finished up in February. This one is Fresh Pine, Snowy Citrus, and White Woods. This one had a little bit of a masculine flair to it, so this was at my husband's sink. It did smell good. I would purchase this again. I would probably put it at his sink, but this one smelled really good, and I really love the packaging on here. I think it's so pretty. And the last soap I have is Twisted Peppermint. So this is Cool Peppermint, Sugared Snow, and Fresh Balsam. I like this. This is not one I would probably go out of my way to get. Like if it was on clearance at a semi-annual sale or something, I would get it. It's not something that I'm like, oh, I hate that and I don't want to ever own it. But it's just not a favorite for me. To me, the Twisted Peppermint can kind of come off a little bit like smelling like a mouthwash. Yeah, so well, it does smell good, like in theory. It's not something I would go out of my way to reach for or get. All right, so next we'll do candles. I'll start with this one here. So this is the pineapple crumb cake, which I went ahead and melted. The notes on here are golden pineapple, buttery cake, sugar streusel, and crumb topping. I absolutely loved this. Unfortunately, towards the end, it got puny wicks, and instead of wasting it, because this was an amazingly good thrower, I just went ahead and put the flames out and put it on the warmer. So I still got about another week's use out of this wax before I really couldn't smell it anymore, but I really love this one. If this is like available at the next semi-annual sale, I would probably pick up like 2 or 3 because I really enjoyed this. It was really authentic. To me, it smells like pineapple upside down cake. It has kind of a warm pineapple scent, like the juices of the pineapple warming in the oven with a little brown sugar, and then of course, the kind of yellow cake note, and I really enjoyed it. Ooh. Next up is a Sonoma candle. This one is Cinnamon Sugar Donut. The notes on here, so looks like it's sweet cinnamon, almond, vanilla bean, and then maple and sugar cane. This one was perfect. It melted down perfectly. I do always end up getting residue on my candles, and I think it's just because I melt pretty much 95% of my candles in my bedroom. And I think it's where the vents are positioned, like in the ceiling in my bedroom, that it sometimes makes it get this residue on here because it has to struggle a little bit to pull out. But this one was amazing. As you can see, it melted all the way down to the bottom. The wicks still even look really good. This is not better than the Cinnamon Sugar Donut from Bath & Body Works. I still prefer that one because for me, this one didn't have a lot of that nice kind of fried note that you get with the Bath & Body Works one. But it was still really nice. And I did enjoy it. So I would repurchase that one. Okay, now we're going to talk about Destination Wax. So the rest of this is just wax melts. This first one here is Strawberry Crumble. This was a sample size, and this one I liked. I don't know what the crumble's supposed to be, but I didn't get a ton of that. To me, this was more of like an artificial, just kind of strawberry scent. It wasn't the most authentic strawberry. I did enjoy it. I would pick it up again, but yeah, it was really nothing special to me. The next one I have here is pistachio and rose water cake. I know this is one that a lot of people like, but it did smell good. I just don't think I'm the biggest rose fan. And I think that's what it is. Like, even smelling it in the bag, like, it smells good, but when it was melting in my room, it was so strong. It was good and strong, but I just don't think I'm a big fan of the rose. There's also a little bit of a powdery note in this scent. So to me, sometimes it came off a little grandma-y. I did like it. I get why people love it. Just for me personally, it wasn't a favorite. So I didn't hate it. It's just not one I loved. Let's do Barrett's because I only have one of those. So this is the Snoozy Melts from Barrett's Wax Crafts, and this is another one that I'm probably not going to have a popular opinion on. Now, I will say, this one smelled really good. Like, I thought it smelled amazing. I think this is like a mint and a lavender vanilla or something. And, like, I still get that skunky scent on these clams. It's not anything intense, but I definitely get it. So it smelled really good, but for me, this wasn't very strong. So I melted this in my bedroom, and I have one of the Edison bulb. I think it's the Edison bulb. I don't know, but it is a bulb warmer in my bedroom. And although I could smell this, it really wasn't strong enough to make like an impact on my sleep, I guess, because apparently people buy these because it helps them to sleep. And while it did smell amazing, like I said, it just was not very strong. So, I mean, there's a lot of nighttime melts that I use that I really like. So I probably wouldn't go out of my way to get this one. I do get why people like it. And I feel like if you are someone who gets a really strong throw from this, I could see how this could help you sleep at night. But I just didn't get a good throw from it. So, unfortunately, I probably wouldn't repurchase it. Like I said, I have lots of nighttime melts that I already like that are pretty strong for me. So, yeah, it was nice. It smelled really good. It just didn't give me a good throw. This one is from Nancy Wax Creations. I think this was one of the samples I received in Autumn Day. I melted this one because to me it didn't smell like autumn. To me it smelled like dryer sheets. So it smelled really good. It's just a nice laundry scent. It smelled really good. It gave a really good throw, and I did enjoy it. Let's do this one. Ooh. So I just hauled these Wax Incredible melts. So the first one I have here, I'm hoping that this will focus because the writing's so small, is Fresh Cut Roses. This was a nice scent. I did like this one, and I think it's because it was just more of a green, fresh rose scent. I feel like this rose scent is different because I have another, besides the pistachio and rose water cake, I have Painting the Roses Red from the Bathing Garden that I'm going to talk about. And those two have that same kind of rose note, but this one is just different. I don't even know how to explain it. It's floral, but I feel like in wax, the rose can sometimes have kind of a pungent, almost bitter note. And this one just didn't have that. It smelled like completely fresh, cut right off the vine roses. And I really liked this one. So if I did get a rose, I would get this one. It was a good thrower, and I enjoyed it. This one is Pineapple Strawberry Delight. Oh, it can't make up its mind what it wants to do. This one, unfortunately, was not a favorite. This is one that I felt like was a little bit artificial smelling. So you definitely did smell strawberry and pineapple. It just wasn't the most authentic. So, and it was to the point where it didn't really do anything for me. Like when I melt scents like this, I want it to remind me of places or to take me to the spring, summertime. And this just really didn't do that because it was just too like fakey smelling. So while it was a good thrower, I just personally did not enjoy that scent. So That's that one. And then I have Cupcake at Tiffany's. I can't remember what this one is, but this is one that a lot of vendors are starting to do. And it's a really yummy bakery scent. This scent was so amazing. The base of it, to me personally, is like a vanilla scent. I think there's some caramel in there, some like toffee bits, but it smelled so good. Like, this was an amazing bakery note, but at the same time, it wasn't like super bakery. Like, I didn't feel like this had to be completely melted in my kitchen or something like that. Like, I could melt this in my room because there was enough of like a vanilla, and there's also a creaminess to it. So I really enjoyed Cupcake at Tiffany's. I think she's doing a Cupcake at Tiffany's sampler. I'm going to have to double check on that because I wanted to get that. So, yeah, I really enjoyed Cupcake at Tiffany's. Then I have Tickled Pink. And I think this one was like the black raspberry, vanilla, and pink sugar. I believe that's what this is. And I loved this. Oh, it smells so good. It's so girly and perfumey. And then the blackberry kind of adds this juiciness to it. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. I freaking love this scent. And it smells so good. Like, I wish I could get a perfume in this scent. I really enjoyed it. Again, I think it's black raspberry, vanilla, and pink sugar. I believe that's what it is. But it's amazing. Smells really good. I really like her blackberry. I've had a hard time finding blackberries that I like, but I really enjoyed this one. So I would definitely pick that one up again. And then two that I did not like. So they're going forward to someone else. I already said that I was going to give this to my mom or my sister. So this one just smells too artificial chocolate to me. So it reminds me of like this lip balm my mom used to buy us from the Avon book. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. It was like those little lip balms, and the side said like bubblegum or chocolate or whatever. And that's what this smells like. But it's just not something I necessarily want to be smelling. The other one I'm giving away is this one. This is in Mystique. As you can see, I did cut a chunk off of it because I did want to try it before I gave up on it. This is a cologne scent. I mean, it smells good, and like if I smell this on my husband, like I would like it, but it's just not something I want my house to smell like. So I'm hoping one of them likes it. I don't completely hate it, but because I don't like it enough, I'm going to give it away. If they just really don't like it, then I'll take it back and melt it, but it's super duper strong too, which is always the case. When it's something you don't really care for that much, it's crazy strong. So I did like that one. It's just a little bit intense on the cologne note. Let's do Bathing Garden. So Bathing Garden, I have Painting the Roses Red. This is roses, and I can't remember the rest of it, unfortunately, and I didn't take any scent notes down, but it's like a rose with a little bit of a bakery note, but the rose is really strong on this. And it's not a fresh rose. Again, I've already said, you know, it's kind of that pungent, intense rose note. It was okay, but like I said, I just don't think I'm a big fan of rose, so it's probably not something I would repurchase. It was a really good thrower, though. And then Parisian Strawberry Fields. I've obviously had this since May of last year, and that's what I like to do with my bathing garden. I just let it hang out. I mean, I am not above letting bathing garden cure for like a year. What I usually do is if I want to purchase something from her, I will wait until it's down to the wire, or sometimes she comes on the Facebook page and she'll say, oh, the fall clams are going to be up for one more week or something like that. And then I buy them in that last week and then let them clear until, you know, the next time she's offering it. So it's about a year because she offers her scents on a seasonal basis. So like in the fall, she'll offer fall scents. I'll buy those fall scents and then they'll be ready to go by next fall, and so on and so forth. So I always have something from her ready to go and melt, but that's because I'm letting it cure for a long time. I'm telling you guys, if you think you don't like Bathing Garden, or you think you don't get a good throw from it, you really need to let it cure. I know that's frustrating for some people, and some people don't purchase from her for that reason, and I totally get it. But to me, her wax is worth it. She has some of the most unique scents I've ever smelled, and they're so good. But they have to have that cure time. They really do. And for me personally, I'm not melting anything of hers unless it's cured at least 6 months. At least 6 months. But like I said, most of her stuff, I just rotate it on a yearly basis. So as she offers it, I buy it when it's getting ready to go off the website, save it for the next year, and I just continue like that. So I always have something ready to go. Anyhow, sorry for that spiel, but I just want to let people know because she gets such a bad rap, and I just hate it because her stuff is really good. So this is Parisian Strawberry Fields. It was an amazing thrower. As you can see, the clam was starting to get soft, and that to me is kind of like the sweet spot when her clams are starting to get like that soft kind of warping down here. I know that those oils have been in there marinating for a good long time, and it's probably ready to go. So this is one of my favorite strawberry scents. I honestly don't know what else is in here because I didn't take any scent notes down, but oh, it's just so good. It's a really nice strawberry, but it's really sweet. Almost smells like if you took strawberries, cut them up, put some sugar on them, and let them just sit in the sugar for a long time. It's kind of that kind of scent. There's a touch of a green note to this, but nothing major. And as you can see all that oil in there. This one's a good one. I think I have one more clam left of this. So when she offers this again, I will, of course, pick it up and then again, let it sit and cure, because I think I bought 3 of those, but I really love that scent. So, we'll do this one. This is another one I'm giving away. This is the White Birch and Pomegranate from Sonoma. This one I just didn't like. It's definitely pomegranate, but it's very tart and not sweet enough for me. And I thought about adding like pink sugarberry to it, but this is just so pungent. And I just don't really like the scent. So when I melted it, it smelled a little bit better, but it's still not something I love. And because I don't love it, I'm not going to just hang on to it. Like, I want to melt stuff in my house that I enjoy. So giving that one away. I have some lasting scent candles. So this first one is Sinful. This is just a really decadent, like, dessert type of scent. There's, like, toffee in here, vanilla, some butter brickle. I think this has shortbread in it, too. I don't remember. Smells amazing. I love lasting scent candles. She had an opening yesterday that I purchased from, and I do believe she's going to be closing. She said that she was going to be closing, and then some people said, well, she said that before and then she didn't do it, but people have been talking about it a lot, and she hasn't been denying it or saying that that's not the case. I hope it's not, but, you know, I get it. So, yeah, that might have been my last order. But, yeah, her stuff is amazing. I love it. She will be a vendor I'll be very sad to see leave. These little 1.5 ounce scent shots give an amazing throw. I usually cut mine in half. They're really easy to cut because they're soy. So they are really soft, but they smell amazing, and I just love it. Next one I have here is Unicorn Milk. And I think that this is like, pink sugar, strawberry. And I do think it has like the milk glass or some kind of note like that. This one's amazing, and she didn't offer this one, or I would have picked up like 5, or a brittle bag, because she had brittle bags yesterday. This one's so good. It's like pretty and sweet without being like too much or too perfumey. It's like the milk note just adds something to this. The blend is perfect because I really don't like scents that have that kind of note in there. I have had, if I can talk, a hard time finding scents with that note that I like. But this one's really good. would totally repurchase that over and over again. Next is Cherry Smash. This is, I think it's cherry, vanilla. I can't remember the rest, but this one was amazing as well. Oh, it smells so good. So the cherry in this is almost, to me, it's more like a popsicle cherry versus like an authentic cherry. I don't really like that like maraschino cherry or like authentic cherry. I prefer like a popsicle cherry or like a juice type of cherry. But it smells so good. It's sweet. You get the vanilla in here. And it's not too much. This is a really good, unique scent. Really enjoy that. And then lastly, from Lasting Scent Candles, I have On the Boardwalk. And I think this is just like snow cones and apple and funnel cake. There's all kind of stuff in here. I do like this scent. It is very much... So you smell those scents that are like State Fair or whatever, but they're for fall. This is definitely one where you smell this and it smells like you're at a carnival or whatever, but it smells like a summer carnival. Like it doesn't smell like fall. I hope that makes sense. There's just something in here that makes me nostalgic for like summer when it's hot, nighttime, going to the carnival, Ferris wheel, all of that versus, like a fall fair or something like that. It's not fall at all. Usually when I smell these, it's like one of those things where I feel like this could be a fall scent. This is definitely a summer carnival, not a fall carnival. So I really like that one. And then last is my Walmart stuff. So this one here is the latest one I've purchased. And, well, I have a couple here, but one of the latest ones I purchased, this is Fresh Air and Orchard Apples, Country Living. This one was nice. It was definitely a green apple scent. It's definitely not as sweet as like Apple Orchard. And while I did enjoy this, I prefer the Apple Orchard to this. I just think I like a red like Macintosh apple better than green apple. But this one does smell really good. And it's not too intense on your nose as sometimes really sweet red apple scents can be. So I did like it. If I found it on clearance or something, I would probably pick up some more of these. It was nice. It's just I prefer the Apple Orchard. Next up, a recent purchase, Rainbow Shaved Ice. And it says Berry Punch under there. Guys, I'm probably in the minority, but I didn't like this one. It smells good on cold, but when I melted this, it had a weird, like chemically, almost plasticky smell. I just didn't like it. And it didn't smell like that right off the bat, but after about an hour, after it finally melted down and pulled out and was smelling up the room, I just, almost like a feet smell. Like there's just something sour in it that I just don't care for. So I'm hoping maybe somebody understands what I'm talking about. But it just kind of came off again, like chemically, almost like this sour, like I said, feet smell. That's really the only way to describe it. And I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't like that one. So next I have two of the pink sugar berries. I'm really trying to hold on to the ones I have. I've seen pictures that maybe are showing that this is being offered again this year, but I haven't been able to find it yet. But I absolutely love this scent, and it's literally what it says. It's a pink sugar and berry scent, but it is so beautiful and refreshing, and it's not too perfumey, so it's not like pink sugar perfume. It's sweet. Oh, it is so good. And this paired with this is amazing. So a lot of times what I do is I take a cube of this and a cube of this and I melt them together, and it is so good. Like I can't even. It smells so good. I do melt this on its own because it's amazing. But these together is also just a a winning team. These go really well together. So I love pink sugarberry. I'm hoping I'll be able to find it eventually. I actually haven't gone to Walmart in a couple weeks, so maybe I can check it out next time I go. But really, really, really love pink sugarberry. I would say pink sugarberry is probably my #1 favorite scent from Walmart. It's probably my #1. It really is. So next up here, a Vanilla Cookie Crunch Value Pack. I go through these like water because they're so great for blending. They smell good on their own. Whenever I just want to add something to a fragrance, or I feel like it needs a bakery note or a vanilla note or something to tone it down, this always does the trick. It's just perfect for blending purposes, but it also smells good on its own, so I really enjoy this. And I usually have 1 or 2 of these in each of my empties just because I do love it so much. Then I also have Coffee Cake Swirl. Finally got through this one. This is one that I specifically bought to blend with this. I've read, heard, seen some videos where people have said blending these together gives you kind of that cinnamon sugar donut from Bath and Body Works. Well, I think the ratio of 1-to-1 doesn't give you that. I have, even though to me it's too much wax, I have blended like 2 of these to a ratio of 1 cube of this. And I feel like it has given me that cinnamon sugar donut. This one is just so strong on that cinnamon scent that in order to get like a cinnamon sugar donut, you really have to tone it down. And to me, the only way to get that perfect blend is putting 1 of these to 2 of these. So I didn't do that often. Most times I just blended 1-in-1 ratio, but it smelled really good. I would never melt this on its own because it's a little bit too cinnamony to me. Even smelling it, like it almost makes me want to cough because it's really strong. You do get the cake in it, but you definitely get the cinnamon more so. But blending these together is another really great duo. A really comforting scent too. If you just want a nice bakery, make your house smell good scent. These 2 together work really well. So enjoy those. And that is it. That's everything I melted for the month of February. Excited to be into March. In all honesty, I can't wait for fall. I know it sounds crazy, but I just, you know, that's my time of year. So, but I am excited for some March melting. I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying your melts too. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.